With the North Node in Aquarius, your past life was one of royalty. You may have been on the throne, or you may have been simply the entertainment for the throne. With that North Node in Aquarius, your South Node in Leo speaks to of being more in the center of things. So you come from a past life of experiencing royalty already. The beauty in this is that you already know how to put yourself first. And so it's one thing to be in a space where everything serves you, and it's another thing to serve the people in the future. And this is why it takes a long time. Aquarius, being a Saturn ruled sign, actually cultivates for you to take your time. And it's in the undertaking of knowing that you're going to be patient, that it's going to take its time for your vision, for the new version of you to come out. When you are willing to take your time and to let yourself develop, your North Node and your destiny awakens you. And you still may find yourself dealing with things where you are a part of the royalty, where you're still part of being front and center. But it's less about you. It's more about you giving to others. It's more about listening to what the masses need. You start to tune into trends, and it takes a very specific person to connect to trends. It takes somebody who kind of wants to be popular. Just because you're born in royalty doesn't really make you popular. People have to like you. But to earn true popularity would mean that you are listening to the people, that you're riding the waves of their interests, that you're considering yourself and the power that you have to be self-oriented. That's your shell, your South Node. You're naturally more self-oriented, right? So you know how to put yourself forward. But when you put yourself forward, will the people be able to get it? Or is there that disconnect? So the word disconnect becomes so important for this journey. You have to know when to connect and when to disconnect, who to disconnect to and who to connect to. Sometimes it will be that you experience the disconnection within yourself, letting your selfish desires be the thing that enthralls you forward might call for you to disconnect from those things. So sometimes you might be utilized before anyone ever sees you. They might use one of your talents. They might use something, one of your projects, one of the fruits of your labor, one of the things that you've harvested. You become more comfortable, and in becoming more comfortable in your invisibility, in your not being seen in front and center, and letting other people use you, and use you, of course, in a healthy way, but in them utilizing you, you become one with the group. It's like when the king decides to take his garments off and go walk amongst the people. And when you decide to do that, it truly is a surrendering of ego, but it's like a new version of your ego emerges. It's the ego that the people wanted. And so you start to develop a really healthy sense of your ego. With your South Node being in Leo, yeah, you have like this childlike ego, this sense of who you need and what you want as children are, right? But you can also like throw tantrums because your ego is so centered. So you learn to cultivate and carve a new, healthier ego. So sometimes you are thrusted from your own ego. You might find yourself being thrusted from your ego if you are impatient, if you are not getting things exactly the way that you want. You're being thrusted out of your ego and into others because you want people to see you, and the drive for people to see you is still there, but you're discovering how to do it in this new and unfamiliar way. And this is when your shell comes off and the new version of you emerges. And what you become, you embody the vision that you have inside of your heart, the vision that you hear other people crying for, that they're really looking for. You can hear the people wanting the next rock star. And from listening to everything so intensely and disconnecting from your feelings about things that might trigger you when people have these expectations of you and all of these things, you start to disconnect from it. It doesn't make you resist them. It makes you deeply love and understand what they are crying out for. And because now you have that, you can put all of the backing, all of the support, all of the talents that you have been naturally ordained with to your truest work. So in this, you become the vision. You are birthed a brand new version of your self identity. If you would like to dive deeper into your North Node, you can now book a personal North Node reading with me on my new site, All Things Girly Magic. You can also grab North Node worksheets, which are at a lower price, and it gives you a really in-depth way to analyze your North Node. I'm talking about, I show you the gene keys, the archetypes, how to find these things, how to really get personal with the destiny that you are given. So if you would like to go further, check the links below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.